Hi, today I'm taking apart a microwave. I'm wearing gloves for this demonstration as it is pretty dangerous. First off, it is important to keep the microwave unplugged as you do not want 120 volts AC through your body. You should also keep the microwave unplugged for a couple weeks as the capacitor can still hold charge even though the microwave is unplugged. For this microwave, I kept it unplugged for about 2 weeks. I began by unscrewing the screws that were on the black part of the microwave. Although most of these screws require the plus-shaped Phillips head screwdrivers, some of them were in a star shape, and I used the T10 security driver heads to remove those. Although the back part of the microwave shell came off, the shell was still attached to a microwave with a couple of screws inside the microwave. To my right is my grandfather, who supervised me throughout the process. He has worked in electronics and hardware, so I can always count on him. He helped me hold down the shell and I was able to take out the screws. After taking out the shell, you can clearly see what is inside a microwave. This was the scary part as I had to discharge the capacitor. This is the first thing you must do after opening the microwave, as that capacitor can hold about 2,100 volts that can instantly kill you. I took off the wires that were connected to the terminal of the capacitor. There was another ground wire that was next to the high voltage capacitor, but I stopped taking it out because it was in an awkward position and it wasn't necessary. Then I used a pair of pliers to short circuit the terminals. You can see me doing it multiple times and attaching a pair of alligator clips to it to make sure that there's absolutely zero energy inside of it. Now that is done, I decide to remove the side and begin working on taking out the fan. Here, when I had to turn it to the side, I forgot that there was a dish inside of the microwave and there was a loud crash. So I took off the screws on the bottom and I hoped that the dish inside did not break. I turned the microwave up again and thankfully the dish was not broken. I then had the tedious task of removing all the wires from the fan. The gray wire, which is the wire that you connect to the wall, kind of stumped me as the connector was in a weird position and the case didn't allow it to go out. However, with a little bit of brainstorming with my grandfather, I was able to take out the wire. There were still some connectors that connected the microwave fan to the shell, but I was able to easily take it out. There were still more wires that connected the fan to the magnetron and other components in the microwave. The magnetron is the machine in the middle that creates electromagnetic radiation. I was not going to touch that as it creates radiation and it has chemicals such as beryllium oxide that can be fatal if inhaled. The components on the left-hand side consisted of lights, cables, and circuit boards. I was able to take some of them out. I then proceeded to completely take off the bottom by taking out all the screws. To the left, you see me trying to take out the transformer, but it was connected to a twisting mechanism that spins the dish inside the microwave. On the bottom right, there was this weird X-looking thing that wasn't a screw but was still attaching the bottom of the microwave to the microwave. However, by taking out the top screw, I was able to completely take off the bottom. There, by removing the cables from the twisting mechanism, I was able to take out the transformer. But there were still a couple of wires that were attached to it, and there's also a circuit board. It was pretty hard removing the circuit board as it had some parts that connected it directly onto the microwave, and I had to push both sides of it to completely get rid of it. After I took away the things from the microwave, I decided to put it away as it is always important to keep your workstation organized. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten the capacitor. I then removed the ground wire that I had trouble removing previously and took the diode. Finally, I was able to take the capacitor. Now, to clean up, I got all the parts I didn't need, such as the magnetron, the shell, and the bottom, and put it all in a trash bag. I did this as microwaves should not be easily disposed of inside a rubbish bin, but instead at electronics disposal. Also, I still had to remove some wires. The main thing I wanted from the microwave was this transformer. This step-up transformer converts a low AC voltage at a high current into a high AC voltage at a low current. I'll be working with this in the future. And now for the circuits and all the wires. From the black structure, I was able to take out a couple of hinge-lever switches. I don't really have a use for this, but I thought might as well, so I decided to keep it. And next, we're gonna work on the fan. I removed the light bulb as well as the timer circuit from the fan. I don't really know the specifications, but it really seems interesting, so I might look into it later. So in conclusion, we have the high voltage capacitor, the diode, the 3 hinge lever switches, the high voltage step-up transformer, the fan, and the light bulb as well as the digital timer circuit. Overall, this procedure went really well, and I'll definitely use some of these components like the transformer and the capacitor in future videos. So thank you everyone for watching. This has been Hiroshi, and I'll see you in the next experiment.